What's going on, guys? I'm in Advantage and welcome back to another NHL 22 video. In today's video, we'll be giving you everything you need to know about the new Hockey Roots event in NHL 22. Let's dive into this event. So, pros and cons on the surface. Cons, 92 overall is the cap again. I was really hoping that there would be a higher cap, being that the last two events we had over the last 4 weeks have also had a 92 cap. So that is a little unfortunate to see, a little bit disappointing if you were to make these cards in the sets. However, one of the key differences that they did bring out in this, which I really do love, is that you could pull the 93 overall version if you actually pull these in a pack. So I've pulled a couple of the previous master set items in packs before. Obviously, it was only an 86 overall and really wasn't worth much. However, if you pull a 93 overall version of one of these cards, well, now you're in a pretty good situation. So that is one of the things that I do like about this. Let's talk about what it costs to make these players. Before we dive into the sets and actually turning in items, I want to show you guys some of the free ways that I get collectibles in these events and that you can too. First up, you have the Hockey Roots milestone. It's going to last for about 2 weeks. You get 3 Roots collectibles if you complete, obviously, all of these. And lastly, there's going to be 6 different challenges in here. So in theory, if you do all of these, you'll receive 9 Root collectibles. In addition to that, they also come out with challenges. For the time being, there's only 1 challenge that has them available, and you'll get 2. So that would bring you up to 11 Root collectibles. And the last way is through Hut Rush. So as you can see, the 16-bit collectibles are still active on here for 3 days. So this won't be available to you just yet. However, there are 6 collectibles normally that come through here. So all in all, you'll be able to get another 6 free collectibles from just playing Hut Rush. As far as the sets are concerned, it's going to work in a very familiar way to what you were just seeing in the last few events that we had. Obviously, if you want to ensure that you get the correct player, you're going to have to throw in 7 of these collectibles in order to attain them. So very similar to what we just saw. Of course, if you're willing to take a chance or you'd be open to having any of these players on your team, you have a 1 out of 2 choice pack, meaning that 2 out of these 4 players will show up in your pack and you can choose one of them. Just like I do every single week for you guys, because I love you and I appreciate all the support that you give me, I give you guys a full cost breakdown as far as which one of these sets you should complete so you're not wasting coins where you shouldn't be. As you can see, the 84 overall set, the 83 overall set, really basically anything from the 83 overall set up is going to be the most bang for your buck. Now, if you have untradeable players that you would like to turn in, of course you can do that in the gold player set or the 80 through 82 overalls. However, if they're tradable players, I would try to avoid those guys. Look how much more those are going to cost you per collectible than some of the other sets. So keep this in mind. Look at this chart. I'm not going to go through all of it, of course. You can just see it on the screen. Feel free to pause it, open up your Xbox or PlayStation, and then you can determine which ones are best depending on your console and the marketplace. Hope this one helps. First up is BOUWMEESTER. I used to love playing with this card in Hut back in the day, and I'm happy to see that he did get a card here. At 6'4", 206, he's one of the biggest left-handed defensemen available, and quite frankly, probably one of the best left-handed defensemen that you can snag. The only thing I don't really love about his card right now is his wrist shot and slap shot accuracy. However, that can improve with Bombarded as well as a few of these other synergies. So overall, you know, I really don't think he's a bad card. I think he has some really good zone and superstar abilities. I think he has a great combination there. Elite Edges is fantastic. More or less probably in reverse and shutdown would be the 2 that I look to activate. For me personally, I like to have a more defensive zone or superstar ability activated on my defenseman, and for only 4 ability points, you can activate both of these. So that will absolutely help out BOUWMEESTER's card. As far as speed goes, he's a little bit slow, 91 acceleration, 91 speed. Shot power is unbelievable, and defensively, this card is a lockdown. Next up from Germany, we have the 6'2" Leon Draisaitl with Fly the Zone, Wingman, or Buzzing. Certainly gonna help out his card. He also has Heart and Soul, Gladiator, or Booming Shot, and then lastly, Thief is the unchangeable synergy. Draisaitl is obviously one of the best players in the game, and this card is certainly going to help him be even better. He does have Unstoppable Force, Third Eye, as well as Ankle Breaker, and for his zone ability, he has 1T, which probably I would not activate. However, Unstoppable Force and or Third Eye on this card are going to be unbelievable. If you played with this card before, you know that he's extremely hard to take off the puck. At 96 puck control, his hands are unbelievable. Shooting is immaculate, and obviously you could put him in faceoffs, especially with Thief activated and with his size. He's going to be one of the best centermen in the game. However, if I'm you, I'd probably look to upgrade his X Factor rather than doing this. Next up from the Nashville Predators and from Sweden, we have FILIP FORSBERG at 6'1", 205. I love this card. I'm a big Predators fan. I love Forsberg. I love how he plays. The only thing I don't necessarily love about it and about this situation is the fact that there's already so many good right-handed shots out there. And being that this card is capped at a 92, if you're making it in the sets, I find it hard to use. I feel like it'll be off your team in a few months. But if you're okay with that, then by all means, I think he's probably one of the best cards you can make. Unstoppable Force, Close Quarters, as well as No Contest. All pretty interesting ones. I do like Close Quarters as well as Unstoppable Force. I don't think you need No Contest on him, but it may be beneficial. And then he has Make It Snappy for his zone ability. Overall though, this card's fantastic. Acceleration and speed is all pretty good. His balance is solid. Shooting is unbelievable. Hands, really everything that you would want in a winger is FILIP FORSBERG. Wish he was a little bit faster. However, if you do need that right-handed shot winger and you don't have an already stacked HUT team, then I would certainly target FILIP FORSBERG. Last but not least is SERGEI ZUBOV at 6'1", 201 pounds, right-handed defenseman. So another great defenseman that you can add to your team here. Again, there's a lot of right-handed defensemen just like there are right-handed wingers. However, he does have some fantastic zone and superstar abilities. I do like the fact that he does have Seeing Eye. Quick Pick is also a great defensive one. Elite Edges, you might actually be able to get away with throwing it on him. He's at 93 speed if you have Fly the Zone on him. So that certainly could be good for you too. And then lastly, he has Tape to Tape, which is also an interesting one. You're probably thinking if you have collectibles, you need one of these defensemen. You'd be choosing between BOUWMEESTER and ZUBOV. ZUBOV obviously is a right-handed shot, BOUWMEESTER is a left. And also BOUWMEESTER is 6'4", where SERGEI is only 6'1". However, he's gonna be a bit quicker and his shot accuracy is a lot better than BOUWMEESTER's. Overall though, I don't think you can go wrong with either one of these cards. Let's go over a couple of the other cards that came out in this event. So I did call this out the other day. I had a feeling it was coming. Kucherov was due for an upgrade, due for a charity card, and here it is. 90 overall, 93 excel, 92 speed, booming shot and applesauce, as well as gladiator, and then lastly Tape to Tape. I think he's going to be one of the best left-handed wingers you can put on. I mean, look at his speed and acceleration. Not to mention wrist shot accuracy to 96, as well as slap shot and wrist shot power both in 93. So his hands are unreal, shooting's great, and his speed's fantastic. Defensively, he's pretty decent. Overall, I think he's a great card. Another upgrade with X Factor implications is the 6', 194 pound David PASTRNAK with Bombarded, as well as Booming Shot and Magician. He also does have Make It Snappy as a superstar ability, which I think is one of the better ones. And 93 excel, 93 speed. Again, he's much like Kucherov, very quick. Again, he's a right-handed shot though, so if you're not HUT rich, you could probably get away leaving him on your team for a little while. Otherwise, if you pull this card tradable, I would probably try to flip it and pick up his X Factor instead. Also, another card we got out of this event is Alex Pietrangelo, 6'3", 210 pounds. Obviously, this will increase his X Factor as well. He has Buzzing and Bombarded. I actually like both of those, as well as Magician. And lastly, has Quick Pick. Same applies here. If I'm you, I would probably try to target his X Factor, but I really don't think his X Factor is worth it. So if you get this card and you're not HUT rich, certainly throw him in your lineup. Otherwise, I'd probably try to flip it as well. Another interesting part to this event is that the World Junior Championship player items are also available. So they're going to be 86 overall players if you pull them. However, if their country does win gold, silver, or bronze, they're going to go up in overall. So for example, let's say that Team Canada won the gold medal, then McTavish would be going up to a 91 overall. So they're capped Evo cards in a sense. I think they're actually pretty cool. However, I probably wouldn't go and spend my coins on them unless you really loved one of these players. For time's sake, I'm not gonna go through all of the World Junior players. However, you can certainly take a look at these and target which ones you want. Obviously, you probably would wanna target the favorite for that event, so they do go up the most overall for you. That's it for me on this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you love NHL 22 content, make sure you go ahead and click subscribe. And if you liked today's video, I would appreciate if you threw it a like as well. Again, I'm Man Advantage, and I will see you guys next time.